Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Living in Beautiful Chaos. My name is Rochelle. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been watching my videos, welcome back. I'm glad you guys can make it. So today, something I wanted to go over, I've been meaning to do this for a while, is talk about water-glassed eggs. So we have chickens that we raise for eggs, but depending on the time of year, sometimes we just kind of have an overabundance of eggs. And then in the wintertime, we don't have enough eggs sometimes. So what I did last year was I decided to water glass some eggs for the first time. So these eggs were water glassed back in September, and it's basically water and a lime solution. This can only be done on fresh eggs that have not been washed. So, if you're buying them from the grocery store, this is not a safe way to preserve eggs. So, I mean, and maybe if you're getting some from like Farm Fresh Eggs, you would ask them like, hey, do you have any eggs that you haven't washed yet? You only want to use clean, unwashed eggs. So if they have any poop, dirt, anything like that, I don't water glass eggs from periods of time where it's been raining, because what you'll often find is that there's like little footprints on some of the eggs, just from the chickens and dirt and things. So what I am going to do, I have one of the eggs from our chickens that I've already washed. This one's been in the fridge. And I figured I would just do a comparison. Like I said, these are from September of 2025. So what I am going to do is take one of these eggs out, go wash off the lime that's on it. And then I figured I would do a test where I crack them into these containers just to see, do they look any different? Do they smell any different? Anything like that. So what I am going to do is go take one of these out carefully, probably with some tongs, because the solution itself can bother people's skin. And then I'm going to wash it with soap just to make sure that's not on there before I'm handling it with my hands. So I will be right back, and we will continue looking at these water glass eggs. All right, guys, I'm back. So this is the egg I just washed. This is the one from the fridge. So we're going to go ahead and crack this open. And, oh, egg's trying to roll away. We're going to go ahead and crack this open and see what it looks like. Well, the yolk on that one kind of fell apart. Let me see. So this is one of the ones that came from the fridge. So that one, nice color, fully formed. No issues with it. I'm going to go grab another egg and see if we have the same result with another egg, because it's possible I did something wrong. It was my first time doing it. So give me 1 moment. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back with another egg that I washed off from my water glassed eggs. Let's see how this one does. Oh, that was bad. All right, guys. So this last year's experiment with the water glassed eggs clearly did not go well. I must have done something wrong, even though I followed all the steps. The way that it was mixed up, having the clean, fresh eggs. So if you've water glassed eggs and been successful at it, if you have any tips or tricks, I got one that the yolk was not intact and another one that was not a good egg, clearly by that pop. It didn't actually smell really bad, but that is not a normal sound for an egg to make when it's good. And I mean, this is, I guess, probably another good time to talk about the fact that with my eggs that I am collecting from my hens, I always crack it into a separate bowl before adding it into something, because sometimes you will just get a wonky egg, or I've had it where we found an egg that was older that had been, like, one of the kids collected it, not realizing that that egg had probably been sitting there for a while. So I always open eggs in a separate little bowl, and then I'll add it to whatever I'm making, just so that there's no like contamination. If for some reason let's say I've got 5 eggs in a bowl and I open one and it's bad, I don't want to lose all of the eggs, where otherwise I could just have that one that I have to toss out. So definitely a recommendation of something that I do. We do get a lot of eggs in during the summertime. So I'm gonna probably do a little bit more research. I'm a little sad that the water glassing didn't work because I have 7 half-gallon containers with 18 eggs in them. So that is a lot of eggs that, because my girls, it's been really hot, we're not getting as many eggs. Some of them have been starting to molt. So I was like, oh, let's use the water glassed eggs right now while we don't have as many eggs in abundance. And when things cool off a little bit and they start ramping up in their production again and their feathers are grown in and all that, that at that point I could water glass additional eggs. So it doesn't look like that's going to happen this year. Like I said, if you have experience water glassing eggs, I would appreciate any information, knowledge that you have about it. It's something that it took me a long time to actually try because I just never seemed to get around to it. But I'm definitely open to trying it again because sometimes we just can't get through all the eggs. I may try some other things as well, like freezing them in ice cubes and things like that, just for extra preservation. We do a lot of scrambled eggs, so it's not a big deal to me if they don't hold together completely well. Like I cook with them. I make eggs by themselves or with other veggies and things like that mixed in. So, but any feedback, comments that you guys have, I would love to hear. Thank you for joining me today and have a great rest of your day. Bye.